Yeah, actually this is Sampath. Actually I have 8 years of experience in Informatica. I don't know any other.
Okay.
Yes. I don't know any other tool, just Informatica.
Okay.
So I'm an Informatica certified professional. I am into this training field from last 3 years, handling number of batches so far. Okay, that's my profile. Coming to Informatica, there exactly what it is. It's a, if you see Informatica, it's a tool, right? It's a one type of tool. It's a ETL tool. Where exactly we are going to use this tool?
For the data loading and things like that?
Yes.
Data warehousing?
Yes. We are going to use this Informatica in the area of data warehousing. What is data warehousing?
It is, what is data warehousing?
What is the purpose of data warehousing? Why we need data warehousing?
For analytics.
Yes. Say suppose, just I will give 1 or 2 examples for the data warehousing. Say suppose we have a bank, okay? Maybe we have a bank database. Say suppose, let's say new customer is applying for a credit card with the bank. Whenever I am applying for a credit card with the bank, say suppose I am going to provide all my employment details, all my education, background, my personal details, everything I am going to provide. They are going to do a verification. If all the documents are fine, then they are going to issue a credit card for you, right? Say suppose they are going to issue a credit card for you. Right now I am in the Hyderabad location. Okay, this is my number, and the type of card they are giving to me is gold card. Say suppose, let's say. Okay, so whenever they are issuing a card, one record is creating for you in their database, right? They are going to have this database, OLTP database, this record is creating. Fine. Now, as part of the job requirement, maybe they are going to send monthly statements to my current billing address, Hyderabad. Fine. As part of monthly, as part of job requirement, say suppose I am moving from Hyderabad to some other city, then what we will do? Just we will place a request for the change of address, right? We will call customer care center or we will place a request online just for the change of address. They don't do any address verification.
Welcome to GoToMeeting, online meetings made easy. There are 6 other callers on the call.
What is going to happen? The existing record in the database is going to update with the new address. And with a new phone number, okay? And the second time when you are calling the bank and we are asking for the change of address, they are not going to do any address verification with this address. And the current address they are going to update with the previous address is going to replace with the current address. Now, say suppose the customer is not making the payments, what you will do?
You contact them.
How we will contact? Say suppose I am taking this information and I am going back and I am giving this information to the recovery team. Recovery team is going to Bangalore address. It's a fake address. He is not available. Then
You need to know what was his previous address.
previous address was updated, right? We are not maintaining the previous data. So whenever a record is created here, I am going to maintain a warehouse. What is warehouse? What is data warehouse? Warehouse, it's a collection of stocks, right? We are calling it as a data warehouse. Another database to maintain the history of the transactions. This is my another data warehouse.
Okay.
In general, like warehouse, it's a collection of information, right? So whenever there is a record created here, take that record and load that record into warehouse. Okay. Whenever customer is going to change his address from here to there, say suppose he is going to change address from Bangalore to some other location, or he is going to change, we are going to capture this data again and we are going to maintain this record here. Going forward, maybe it's going to change from Bangalore to some other location. Again, it will be updated here. Again, we are going to maintain here. So here, we are going to maintain complete these transactions. Historical data we are maintaining in the data warehouse.
Okay.
Now the customer is not making the payments. Just take all this information, provide it to the marketing team. They will go to Bangalore address. If he is not available, he will go to Hyderabad address. It's his native address, right? We did address verification and everything. Then only we issued a credit card, right? So who is going to load data from one database to another database here?
ETL.
ETL. Here is going to use your ETL tools here. Okay, you are going to use ETL tools, means maybe Informatica, DataStage or Ab initio. There are a lot of tools in the market. So we are going to use. This is the one case. Let me tell you the another case I will tell you. Say suppose we have an insurance company. Let's assume we have an insurance company. Already we have the millions of customers in the existing organization. So the purpose of running business, always we are going to expect new customers into the organization, right? On monthly basis we are going to expect. So what you will do to get new customers? Can you please go on mute? Go on mute. Okay. Let's say we have an insurance company. Okay, we don't. This is the insurance database we have. We have millions of customers here. We don't have data warehousing. We are going to expect always new customers into the organization. What you will do to get new customers? We are going to do some media publicity or some campaigns, right? Or some roadside publicity or TV ads, whatever it may be, we are going to follow. Is there any way to get new customers from the existing customers? Say suppose we have millions of data here. Oh, okay, I have 100 millions of data. Is there any way to get new customers from the existing customers? Not from the data warehousing. We don't have data warehousing. Just we have a customers in the organization. To get new customers, we are going to have the media campaigns, ads, everything we are following, electronic media, whatever it may be. Apart from this, we have the existing customers data, right? Is there any way to get new customers? So let's say we have a data warehousing. All the data we are going to load, all these 100 millions of data we are going to load it into warehouse. Now the data is in the data warehouse, right? You can do analysis here. What you will do analysis? Say suppose we have 100 millions of data. Whenever a customer is going to take a policy, he is going to provide the dependent on its details, right? Say suppose I have 100 millions of customers in my database. So I am going to generate a monthly report. Every month I am going to generate a report. What it will give? How many customers? Say suppose customer is going to take a policy, is going to provide the kids details, right? Now I am going to generate a report. How many customers kids are going to become in the coming month? Say suppose it's a May, right? In the month of June, how many customer kids are going to become major? Say suppose you are getting 1 million customers. You are getting say 1 lakh customer. Take this 1 lakh customers data. Just you have 100 millions of customers data. You are trying to analyze your customers data and you are trying to find out some set of data and you are providing this data to the marketing team. Marketing team, what they will do? They will call all the customers, congratulations sir, your kid is going to become major in the coming month. Why don't you take a policy? Already you are an existing customer with our bank. We are going to send you the customers. Our executives will come and meet you. So that's a one way of technique of contacting all the customers, right? We cannot contact all the customers blindly on monthly basis, right? So this is the way we are going to generate a monthly report and we are going to contact all the customers. Just we are analyzing the existing customers data and we are trying to find out the new customers, right? Say suppose in the month of June I have analysis, okay? In the month of July, okay, we have 2 lakh people. Fine, take this data and provide it to the marketing team. Marketing team is going to contact all the customers and they are going to get, say suppose in the month of August, okay, there are 10 lakhs people in the market. Then in the month of August, 10 lakh customers kids are going to become majors. Then enter into the market some discount. Say suppose we have 10 lakhs people, it's a huge volume, right? I am going to expect at least 50% of the policies from the 10 lakhs people. Means I am trying to expect 5 lakh people into as the new customers. So if you are expecting more customers, just go on discount, give 50% discount, or if you take the policy in the current month, just we are giving 1 month premium off. So go on, enter into the market with some discount. When you will take this decision, say suppose if I am going to give 50% discount, what is the loss to the organization in the current year? By giving 50% discount, I am going to get 5 lakh people. By getting 5 lakh people, what will be the profit and loss to the organization to the next coming 20 years? All this is your analysis, right? I cannot give you the discount on blindly, right? Say suppose give 10% discount in this month, 50% discount this month. They are going to do some analysis. They will have some data. Based on the data, they are going to take some decisions. That is the reason data warehousing, they are going to call it as a decision-making system. Based on your reports, I am going to take few decisions. See, in the month of August, just go and give 50% discount. Make sense? Okay?
Yes. Okay.
So this is the purpose of the data warehousing. Just 1 or 2 examples. So here your ETL tools will come into picture. ETL means what it means? We are going to extract the data ETL. Transform and load. That's the reason we are calling it as the ETL tools. We are extracting from a database, we are transforming in between, and we are going to load it into another database. Once the data is available here, once the data is available here, we are going to generate a report, and high-level management team, they are going to analyze this data, they are going to take the decisions. Go and give 50% discount or 20% discount in this month. Okay? Your reporting tools will come into picture. Maybe your reporting tools will come into picture. They are going to generate different reports from the existing data from the data warehousing. Okay, so in the data warehousing we have 2 types of tools. One is ETL and the reporting tools. Coming to reporting tools, your VOs, Cognos, Hyperion, SAS, all these are reporting tools. Okay.
Okay.
So this is all about data warehousing and the purpose of Informatica in the data warehousing. Here we are going to use Informatica as a ETL tool. Any questions so far?
No.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So Informatica just stands as a only extract, transform, load tool, or does it do any kind of reporting?
No, we don't have any reporting. Just it's extract and transform and load. That's it.
Okay. And who is the kind of
Informatica, DataStage and Ab initio. These 3 are only ETL tools. Once the data is available in the data warehousing, we are going to use the reporting tools like VOs, Cognos, Hyperion, SAS. All these are reporting tools.
who are the competitors for Informatica?
Yeah, if you see 34 or 36% of the market occupying by Informatica, remaining we have DataStage and Ab initio. Major 90% of the market occupying by only these 3 tools. And Informatica,
what about the ODI, Oracle?
yeah, it's there. OBI also there.
Okay.
But
not as prevalent as Informatica.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what the 34% of the market only are occupying by Informatica. Remaining other tools, they are sharing remaining.
Okay.
I'm also hearing about this tool called Cast Iron by IBM. I mean, is it that good, or I don't know if you have any experience or any idea about that. Cast Iron.
No, I never hear.
This is by
Okay.
IBM.
There are a lot of tools actually.
Okay.
There are some set of specific tools maybe they are using in one or two organizations.
Okay.
So actually OBI it's a set of package. They are going to have the CBEL analytics previously. Nowadays we are calling it as a OBI. They are going to give it as a package. Say suppose if you go with the OBI, the OLTP database, structured database, inbuilt database they are giving, the reporting dashboards they are giving, and they are going to give the Informatica mappings also they are going to give it. It's a skeleton model they are giving. So you have the ETL and the reporting as well as. Okay.
Okay.
So this is this one, and coming to just I will give you how Informatica is working. I will give you the high level architecture of the Informatica. See, it's a tool, right? We are going to have the two components. One is client and one more is server, or we can call it as the services. Before we are going to install Informatica, we should have a relational database. Any relational database, first we have to install in our system. After installing relational database, we are going to install Informatica. As part of Informatica installation, it is going to create repository services and integration services, and already there is an existing database, right? In the existing database, it is going to create some 522 system tables. So all this is as part of Informatica installation. You will have the repository services, integration services, and the 522 system tables. So we are going to call it as a metadata. So all the metadata will be saved into these 522 system tables. We are going to call it as a repository. Fine. Coming to the first client tool is, this is the very first client tool, repository manager. See, in my system, already I have installed Informatica. We can see the client and servers. The services backend, you will have all these repository service, integration services, and the repository. As a developer, if you see front-end client tools, we are going to have the 4 client tools. Okay, say suppose first I am connecting with the Power Center repository manager. Whenever we are calling it as the Informatica, they are releasing, Informatica is a corporation and they are releasing this product, the Informatica Power Center. And the tool is Informatica Power Center, and the client tool, the very first client tool is repository manager. See, I have opened a repository manager. I have a repository. My repository name is repository_dev. Where is your repository? Repository is there in the database. Say suppose just I am trying to connect to repository. Right click connect. It is asking the user ID and password. Click OK. Trying to connect. It is connected. So whenever you are trying to connect, the communication, see, from the front-end GUI client tool we are connecting, right? The communication will pass to the repository services, the backend, and the repository service is going to communicate with your database. Here I have 522 system tables, the user ID, the password, everything will be saved here. So once we are providing the proper user ID and password, then we just internally we are connecting to repository. Okay. In the repository, what we can do in this tool? What is the purpose of this repository manager tool? See, we can create the folders, creating folders, changing passwords. See, go to folder, create. It's a repository, right? In a repository, we can have number of folders. Say, suppose in your organization, we are going to have the sales project, marketing project, finance, banking, or whatever it is. Say, suppose I am planning to start a sales project. Create a folder called sales. Click OK. The folder has been successfully created. Like this, you can create different project folders. And as an employee, you are going to join in the organization. Maybe you are part of sales project. So we are going to create a user ID and password for you, and we are giving the complete access to the sales folder, not to the banking or some other folders. Okay, all these users restrictions, creating groups, creating user accounts, giving read, write and executable access to the sales folder or marketing folder or the finance folder, all this is we are going to control using the repository manager tool. So it's a complete admin tool. It's not a developer tool. Yes. Once we are going to create this in the repository, right? It will be accessible to across all the client tools. Okay, so it's a repository manager to manage your repository. The name itself it's indicating that how we are going to manage creating folders in the repository by creating users, IDs, passwords, giving privileges, read, write, executable access. So it's a kind of admin tool. Okay, fine. The next client tool is mapping designer. Why we are using Informatica? What is the purpose of using Informatica? I'm trying to extract data from any of the database and I'm trying to load the data into another database. Okay. For this purpose, I am using another client tool that is nothing but mapping designer. Here we are going to design our programs. The program is nothing but the mapping in Informatica terminology. If you go to data stage or ab initio, they will call it as a job or stage. In Informatica, we are calling it as a mapping, nothing but a program. Here we are going to create a program in the mapping designer. What is the purpose of creating program? Why we are using Informatica? We are using Informatica to extract data from a source system. Say suppose I have a Teradata source database. From this database I am trying to extract a data and I am trying to load that into some SQL server database. This is the requirement. From here to there I am trying to load data. For this purpose I am using mapping designer. In the mapping designer, say suppose we are developing mapping and we are going to save it. Whenever you are saving your logic, maybe as part of your development you are developing some programs, right, mappings, you are going to save it. Whenever you are saving it, that mapping information will be saved into your repository manager. So it is going to communicate with the repository service and repository service internally communicating with the repository. Whatever the development activities, whatever the code you developed will be saved into the backend 522 system tables, nothing but in the repository. After mapping designer, we have another client tool that is Informatica Power Center Workflow Manager. What is the purpose of the workflow manager? Say suppose we developed a program. The requirement will be, say suppose we have a mapping or program. After completion of the program 1, I want to start program 2. If my program 1 is successful, start program 2. If my program 1 is failed, start program 3. Or I want to start my program 1 or my mapping. Daily 10 o'clock I am trying to execute my job. The requirement will be daily 10 o'clock connect to source database, extract the complete data from the source and load the data into my target system. I want to execute this job on daily basis or weekly basis or monthly basis on specific time or daily every hour I want to run my job. All the scheduling information you can handle from here. Execution of the job, the scheduling information and the dependency of the jobs. After completion of job 1 and job 2. Say suppose in the organization we are going to have the sales jobs. After completion of the sales, start the marketing. After completion of the marketing data processing, go into the finance data. All this we are going to handle from the workflow manager. Okay. We are going to give the set of instructions in the workflow manager. First start mapping 1, then the mapping 2, program 3, program 4 like this. Then we are going to save it. Again, this information the backend will be saving into the repository manager. Now, if you see, your integration service is a standalone system so far. We have a source database here, we have a target database here. So it's a standalone system. Whenever you are executing your job after completion of development of your workflow, you are going to execute your job. Whenever we are trying to execute our job, your integration service will come into picture. So in the runtime it will start. It is going to connect to your repository service. Repository service is going to communicate with the repository. As per when you are starting your job, right? Your job information is complete information is saved into your repository. So your integration service is communicating with the repository. as per the job, it is going to communicate to your source system. Your integration service is connecting to your source database and it is loading the data into your target. Maybe my integration service is connecting to source system. It is extracting 100 records from the source database. It is inserting 90 records into target. After completion of your job, any programming language, it is going to create a log file, right? Here, your integration service is going to create a log file for you. Maybe you are executing a job, maybe it's a successful job or it's a failure job. If it is failure, what will be the reason for the failures? If it is successful job, how many records we are extracting from the source? 100 records. How many records inserted into your target? 90 records. Maybe some data overflow or some, you are getting some junk data, bad set of records. 10 records are rejecting. We are unable to insert these 10 set of records into our target database. It is going to give you the, what is the reason for the rejects and everything, and it is going to give you the log file. And we are going to access this log file using another client tool, that is Workflow Monitor. So this is architecture of the Informatica. We are going to work with all these 4 client tools. We need to understand repository, how to work with the repository manager, how to create mappings, how to use the transformation techniques in the mapping, and in the workflow manager, how to schedule the jobs, how to maintain the dependency and everything, and how to monitor the job. This is the Informatica architecture, and we are going to work with these 4 client tools. Any questions? Yes, it's a very high level introduction of the how the tool is working in the backend. Fine, guys?
Yeah, I have a question. I don't like. Yeah, this architecture is quite clear. Thanks. It's pretty explanatory, but I fail to understand which portion of which portion of this activity is executing locally, and which part is executing on the I don't know, like workspace, internet workspace, or Informatica workspace, or in the SQL, or where is this integration service located, where is the repository service located, and is the repository itself a relational database?
Yeah, it's a relational database.
And where is it stored? Like, what are the location of these different elements?
Before installing Informatica, first we need to have any RDBMS database, maybe Oracle, SQL Server, or Teradata. As part of Informatica installation, where you are planning to create your repository. I am planning to create a repository on my so-and-so Oracle database. Okay. As part of Informatica installation, it is going to create some 522 system tables in the database. So we are treating the database as my repository.
That is fine. And where will this integration service work? Will it work in the internet, on some website, some URL, or will it work on your local machine?
Local machine. It's a client and server component, right? Here in my machine, I have it's my machine, right? Here I have the client and services, both are on my machine. But in the real time, you can have your integration service, repository service, and repository on any of the Unix box. As a developer, on your mission, you are going to have only the client tools. We are going to communicate from client to server architecture.
Okay, so it is more or less like SQL server and SQL client.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. All right. So all your stored procedures or SQL jobs, like they run in the server.
Yes.
This integration is going to happen in the server.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So anyway, it's a very high level. As part of, we are going to install the software on your missions. You can go with the installation process easily. You will understand. Okay, and when you are going in detail, we will understand one by one components. Okay, and the coming to course content. This is the course content actually. It's not 45 hours. It's a 35 hours. Okay. We are providing complete material, and I have the PowerPoints for all the topics. I will show you the PowerPoints, and we are giving introduction to data warehousing, Informatica architecture. See, now I am giving Informatica 8 8.61. Okay, in the market we have 6, 7, 8 and 9 also we have recently. So I will give you, whenever I am covering 8, I am going to give you the 7 to 8 differences and 8 to 9 differences. What are the new features available in the version 9 and everything. And all these are Informatica, the designer portion, all the transformations we are covering. The topics, maybe you are familiar with Informatica, you can go through one by one. And the complete topics I am going to cover with the real-time scenarios. Okay. Parameters and variables, caches, slowly changing dimensions, performance tuning, workflow manager, the scheduling tools, advanced topics, and the deployment process and purpose of the Unix in the data warehousing and in the Informatica tool. Just I am not covering Unix, just I am going to cover you the purpose of the Informatica in the data warehousing area. Okay. So this is the course content, and coming to PPTs. Say suppose we are trying to extract data from a source, right? Say suppose we have a complex mapping, okay? We are going to develop the mapping. We are going to execute the job. So this is my mapping. I am trying to extract data from the employee table and I am trying to do some set of transformations and I am trying to load data into my target database. So in the runtime, what is going to happen? It is going to give you the pictorial representation of the data processing. So this is my mapping developed. When you are executing your job, the data is start flowing from your source. See, 100 Kiran Hyderabad. This record going from source to target. What are the set of transformations we have? How it is moving? The step-by-step process we can see it. So easily you will understand the concept with these PPTs. Okay, it's very useful when you are discussing all the topics. Metadata management component. Yes, we have the metadata. See, whatever the development activities we are doing, right? All this, see, whenever you are developing a mapping or whenever you are developing a workflow, whenever you are saving it, that information the backend is saving into 522 system tables, right? That data we are going to call it as a metadata. And there is a metadata manager. They can generate the reports from the metadata also. But as a developer, we are not going to concentrate on the metadata. Okay.
So is the Informatica, performance or, the output you can say will be governed by the database you are using?
No, it's not related to database. How effectively you are using the transformations in your mappings. How you are developing your program.
So it doesn't have any impact over using Informatica in Oracle versus SQL or PostgreSQL.
No,
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's how, see, just we are extracting. After extracting, how you are transforming in your mappings.
But I mean, depends on the load of data as well, right? I have.
Yeah. Volume of the data will impact. Not the type of database.
Okay.
Definitely, volume of data.
Hi Sampath. Will you be showing about other tools also like Power Exchange, something like that?
Power Exchange is a new. I will tell you. Connect one of the data to Power Exchange. Let's say I want to connect a database. Okay. Report from the database can connect to any of the database or give connect to some special database. The Power Exchange is used to connect.
Okay.
Okay.
Integration between third-party tools like mail servers and all that. Okay.
Yes. Some Power Exchange and going to deal with native data. We should have native database.
Okay.
Can you go on mute once? Other
Okay. Right on that.
Yeah. See, to connect to different databases. Say suppose it's
Welcome to GoToMeeting, online meetings made easy. There are 6 other callers on the call.
tab, then we need to use the Power Exchange. In the same way, if you have Netezza, we need to have a Netezza, some other installation we will have. We need to install that Netezza client part. Then only you can able to see import from the Netezza database. We don't have that option here. Okay. So this is the designer. Here we are going to connect to our source and target databases. Import from TIPCO and SQL CRM also you will see. See, import from the salesforce.com. Fine?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah. And this is all, and so any questions? So it is going to take 30 to 35 hours. The complete material I am going to provide, and daily it's a 1 hour class action.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any certifications, I don't know, or do you recommend doing, or do you have any idea about the certification part?
Yeah, I'm a certified professional. I can help you out if you really want to do certifications. But if you want to do certification, yes, the course will give you 60 to 70%. The basic installation part you should understand. The backend, the repository structure you should understand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the very basic level you need to go through it. Okay, when you are working as a developer, right, you will not go into very basic level actually.
Mm-hmm.
The component level, the tool component level, if you go, yes, you can able to do it certification. You have to do extra hard work, definitely you can.
Okay, and are there any different types of certification here in this course, like developer administration?
Yeah, recently they changed it. Nowadays, I think we have 6 papers. The previously we have 5 papers only. From last year, they changed the pattern. We have 6 papers. Each paper $200.
Mm-hmm. No, but I mean, how they are?
Yeah, we have designer, advanced level designer, the beginner. Like this, we have different types of certifications.
Oh, different levels. Okay.
Pass all the information if you want. The certification process, number of papers. Okay.
Okay.
I have it. I will provide you.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
Whom can I talk to regarding the class timings and schedule?
Yeah, class timings and I'll just check with the big classes. Okay.
Okay.
The same time is fine with you?
Probably this gets early for me, but again, it depends on
Yeah.
where I work from. Like part of the week I work at Eastern time, part of the week I work in Central time. So.
Or from 6 to 7. Actually, India is 5 to 6 we plan demo.
Okay.
If you are okay, we will have from 6 to 7 IST.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'll speak to big classes, somebody from big class.
Yeah.
Alright.
You have 9.1 version, yeah, and actually we are also installing version 9.1 only. The problem with the version 9.1 is most of the people are going to have the Windows machines, right? Windows 7 or 8. You cannot install directly, so we are installing with virtual machine concept.
Oh, so you have virtual machines to work on. We can try later on, hands-on.
Yes. No, just we are say suppose if you, sometimes the problem with the installation will be Windows 8 and 7 they are not allowing to install Informatica. So
Okay.
if it is fine, okay. Otherwise we are going to install virtual machine, just XP. Then we are installing all this.
Okay.
Just the 3 or 4 classes. First class and the second class we can see the creating of sample mapping and everything. From the second class we can The very first class will be demo. The second class, whatever we discussed architecture, right? We will see by creating one mapping tomorrow. Okay. So any questions? If any questions on the tool or on demo, or any questions on my experience, course, anything, welcome.
And is this class is going to be the same time continuous for the next 35 days? Is that what it is, or?
The same time. Once it is fixed at 5 to 6 or 6 to 7, it will be the same time.
And that's every day. There is no break in between.
There is no break.
Okay.
I hope weekends. Or is it not?
Yeah, it's Monday to Friday only. And
Okay.
everyone is interested on weekend. I am ready to take on weekends also. But most of the guys, you are working and you will have weekend plans, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all are from US, right?
Yeah, I'm also. I mean, at least
I'm from.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm in Florida.
Okay.
Okay, I'm in Chicago right now.
And how do you work on the lab and assignments, if there's anything?
Yeah, I'm going to send you the complete material to you, the lab guide and everything.
Okay.
The material I have. See, this is the material we are going to send you.
Okay.
The
After
only
each class, you'll assign a lab that needs to be done once the class is over, something like that.
No, I'm not assigning any lab. Actually, whatever the exercises I'm doing, right, the same data, the material, everything I'm going to provide to you.
Okay.
So this is the material we are going to send it to you.
Mm-hmm.
another one query, like if you're, I mean, we need to install some RDBMS on other machines, right?
And coming to lab, see, these are the lab materials I am going to provide to you. You will get complete. The very first few days it is difficult to you, right? What is, how to connect tool and everything. I'm providing you the screenshot. It will help you to connect to the designer. See, just open the Informatica designer, how to connect with the tool, provide user ID and password, and creating folders. So how to import sources and target, how to connect databases. The very first, till completion of 1 or 2 exercises, it will be difficult, right? You will have the screenshots. And the complete lab guide I am going to provide you. Whenever you are doing exercises, creating tables, inserting data strips and everything. So you can practice the same exercises.
So from our end, before we get started, all we need to make sure is we have a database installed.
Yeah, database install. We are part of Informatica, right? We are going to install database, right? That
Okay,
will be
okay.
No, but we need to have some RDBMS like SQL Express or Oracle on our machines. Right?
Oracle. No, actually we are going to install Oracle and Informatica, so you can very well practice with the Oracle database.
Okay.
Okay. And source and target is going to be different, right? Or how will you do, like?
The same database. See here, just we are going to use Oracle only, source and target. If you can install some other database, if you are okay to use it as a source and target, yes, you can.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
See, the most of the whatever the database, just we are extracting and we are loading it. The game will be the transformation here.
Yeah, understood. I'm just checking like how yours.
Yeah.
Laboratory structure, not a problem.
Yeah. So that's all about.
Okay, that sounds good.
Just say Sarita, Shweta, Vrinda.
Yeah. So what is the next step? How do we proceed from here on?
Yeah, they will contact you after completion of this demo. They will contact you, or just shoot a mail to that particular guy. He will respond. Okay.
So once we go through with that process, then we decide on a start date.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow max.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Fine.
thanks.
Any questions?
No, thanks, Arun. I think good for the day.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks for your
All right,
time.
then. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks very
Yeah,
much. Bye.
thank you.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.